Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing great. So today we are going to try to play Knull World Boss. Now Knull is hard because you cannot apply any defense down on him, and you also cannot use any crowd control like time freezing, mind control or charm on him, and because of this you cannot even use the weapon Hex Doctor Strange one-shot combo that you usually use on other world bosses. Plus, you cannot use characters like Nick Fury or White Fox, Shuri or Coulson, which provide leadership and support, because the requirement is that you have to use tier 3 characters or awakened potential characters only. So today it was my third day for Knull World Boss of the Day ever since he was released, and in my previous two runs were quite a while ago, which I had cleared with old cards, and they had stats of about 55% energy attack and physical attack, and the ignore defense and skill cooldown were not capped. So you don't really need OP cards like I have right now. You can see I have 60% all attack and 15 physical and 30 energy. So these are my current stats after the card changes that I've done. So you don't really need stats as high as them. So let's see the teams that I am going to use to clear Knull. The first is Starlord with Rage, and his lead for his 55% energy attack for blast types. Sharon Rogers with Energy, and Doctor Strange is the third one in my team. Next is Magneto with Rage, lead for 45% for mutants, and Mystique is also having Rage, but I'm going to use her as well for her tier 2 passive, which is 40% increased damage against supervillains. So that passive is going to help us a lot. And the third character is Professor X. Next is Medusa with Energy and leadership for 45% all attack for universal types. And the rest two are Captain Marvel, she has Rage with on her, and Ghost Rider. Next fourth team is Odin, his leadership for debuff removal, which is very important for Luna. And Luna is the damage dealer with Rage, and Cyclops for his 30% energy attack to all allies. That's the passive that I'm going to use him. And my fifth team is Scarlet Witch with Rage. She's going to give me lead of 45% energy attack, and Beta Ray Bill with Judgment, and Namor. And Namor I'm not going to use in this one, and her leadership won't even affect Namor. But in case if I want to use Namor, then the team I'm going to go with is Crescent Lead for her 60% physical attack to combat types, and Amadeus Cho. So now let's see the support characters that I'm going to use. For the first one, the main character is Groot for me, because of the heal that he's providing when he drops his orbs on the ground. And for the second one, Ancient One is important for debuff removal, and Venom for heal, because Magneto and Mystique both are my damage dealers and they don't have heal in their kit. And the rest one are mostly increased attack or increased damage against supervillain strikers, as you can see for my third team as well. So rest fourth and fifth are also the same, so you don't really need any fancy strikers for them. Just increased damage against supervillain are sufficient enough. One thing to note is strikers can't be reused, so you have to plan accordingly. uh, with that being said, let's dig into the gameplay now. So here we go with our first team, which is our blast team led by Starlord. Actually, in this first fight, I did not realize that my in-game audio was not working, and also the graphics were set too high, so there is a little bit of lag in the game, but I just wanted to show the effects that Knull uses. So we are going to start off with Starlord, and this is the pattern that usually Knull uses. In the first 30 bars, he usually pushes you away, and then he pops up some tentacles, and there's one damage dealing which will actually catch you. This is the one. So these are all the symbiotes that he orders, and if they catch you, then you lose 1/5 of your life kind of thing. And if you do get caught 5 times in some specific period, then you lose that character. So just avoid them. But the fight is pretty much straightforward. In the first 30 bars, you just have to face tank him. Just be close to him and keep on attacking. Let's collect some heal because Starlord doesn't have. Starlord has pretty good damage, to be honest. He has rage equipped on him and he is tier 3 definitely because that's one of the requirement. But he has pretty good damage if you see. So about 1 minute and 15 seconds we move on to the next phase. So in the next phase, what Knull does is he has 2 different types of attacks. The first one is this one where he usually attacks you from the top for the first time, and he just uses some basic attacks after that. And there's one attack where he orders symbiotes, which you can see now, this one. So in this case you have to defend your main dealer, in which case Sharon Rogers is mine, and you have to just run in circle. So let's attack him again. So after this he has this skill which can one shot kill you. So you have to stand in the small circle that you were able to see. If you are anywhere away from that, then you will definitely lose that character. It's an instant kill kind of thing. And when it comes to this one, about 12 bars, he uses his one more skill. But before that, okay, he's doing the circles kind skill again. So they bounce off the walls and come back again in one direction. So just run in circles. So here's the skill that he does. Oh, actually I did quite a lot of damage over here and skipped that phase altogether. So this is the finals phase, and over here it's good to avoid attacking him because you will take a lot of damage, and wait for Thor to arrive and use his tier 3 skill. So he's actually calling all the symbiotes, and Thor's tier 3 stops him from doing that. So all the symbiotes are clear. Now you can go close to him and just use your finishing skill. It's good to have your tier 3 ready, and that's done. So this is the first one that we have done, Knull. Next is Mutants team led by Magneto as main damage dealer as well as Mystique. We are going to start off with Mystique and use her awakened skill from time to time. So let's all the attack buffs on 5-4 as well as accumulation from 3. And as you can see, her awakened skill can take about 6 to 7 bars. Now this is the reason that we are using Ancient One, as I said before, because the tornadoes can get caught up pretty fast, and then the symbiotes also take over if you are not able to move and you get snared because of the tornadoes. So first phase similar, just attack from right in front of him. We are already into the next phase in just 55 seconds. Again the same thing, Mystique awaken skill. Yeah. So this one does actually pretty good amount of damage, so it's better to save your damage dealers and not use them. But let's just use Professor X to make him go into next phase. So this is pretty hard part. So you want to have as much screen as possible so that you know where that circle is. By the way, the rotation that I am using is the same rotation that we usually use for ABX. for Magneto as well as Mystique. So this was the one of the things that we missed in the last one. So dragon attack. So you just stay away from him, and when the dragon moves back like that, that's when the skill gets locked. So make sure you don't move fast, and when he drops down, stay near to him but don't be pretty near as well. This is okay. We are already into the next stage. Actually, mutant team was little too OP, so because Mystique has that passive which we are utilizing the 40%, so he's doing pretty high amount of damage. Now just let's wait for Thor. Stay away from these tornadoes as well. I'm far away. My tier 3 was not ready this time, so as you can see, my damage was not that good, but it's fine, we can do it. Yeah, pretty fast clear of this one. Our third team is the Universal type team, led by Medusa and followed by Captain Marvel as well as Ghost Rider. Our main dealer is Medusa and Captain Marvel in this one because my Ghost Rider is not built yet. Medusa has CTP of energy and her awakened skill does a pretty high damage. The thing that I use is 3, 4, 5 pretty fast cancel and proc on 6. So as you can see, almost 10 bars were down with her awakened skill, and then we switch to other character because her awakened skill is on cooldown right now. That's one reason that I usually like to have potentially awakened character in my team, because they have that one skill on about 30 seconds cooldown time, which does pretty good amount of damage, which helps you to move into next phase pretty fast. As you can see, my Ghost Rider did not get any good damage because of his build. I'm trying to build him. I just treated him like last week, so he has no roots or nothing on him yet as of now. Still pretty fast. We took about 1 minute to move him into the next phase. And another thing is that I found Ghost Rider's movement speed was pretty low, so I had to switch to Captain Marvel in this case to stay away from that one. On to next phase. So it's good the position that he is in right now, so that we can see the whole area where actually the circle lies. Otherwise it becomes pretty difficult to run on around and find that circle. He's doing it again. So just move in circular direction, and as in the probably the perimeter of that thing. Once again. So stay close to him and in one corner, and when he leans back, that time the purple patch gets locked. Now we'll move on to the next one. He moved, and now just stay close to him, and that's because then you won't be I mean, when it does this next attack, you will have that whole area pretty much covered. And yeah, see, I was not able to run to that point, and this is like instant kill. So there's no coming back from that attack. You are pretty much dead. So I have my potential skill ready. I will just wait for Thor. Done. And there we go. In this last phase, I have found out that it's really difficult to proc. I don't know what exactly the reason is. Maybe he dodges a lot. Oh, I got snared. Yeah, done. So that was our third clear for the day. Next fight is nothing but just the Luna Snow show. She's pretty good. She has really high damage and we are just going to use it to kill Ner as fast as possible. She really has high damage and especially her tier 3 skill is proc, as you can see over here. She can just melt bars. But the problem is that she sometimes lacks survivability if her tier 3 skill is not up and her 5th and 4th skill are on cooldown. And that really occurs when she gets snared or frozen. That's the reason we are using Odin to remove all those debuffs. Also, the passive from Cyclops is helping us, the 30% energy attack. So we are not losing that much anyway. So yeah, just a minute and 10 seconds and we are on to the next phase. He's doing that skill, so let's just switch. Switch back. I have rage on my Odin, but he's not built yet because he was probably the latest tier 3 that I added to my collection just before Ghost Rider, as well as I got his uniform just now during Black Friday. So he doesn't have any Urus or even uniform options on him, so he's not dealing that much damage, but he's a good option as well. If you have him built, he can do pretty good damage. So this is the phase where he summons his dragon. Stay close and move a little bit. When the dragon moves back, that's when the skill is locked at that place. Actually, I kind of moved too near him, which is why I died. And I need to move to circle. Okay, I was really lucky there. There was no chance I was making that circle. But now my tier 3 skill is not up right now. Wait for Thor. And let's go. Let's charge up that tier 3 fast. Was not right, but yeah, we got him. Still a minute over left, so definitely not bad. Our fifth and final fight is mainly featured by Scarlet Witch and Beta Ray Bill. So we'll start off with Beta Ray Bill's potential awakened escape first, and that's a good damage for a CTP of Judgment, about 8 bars. And then we'll switch to Scarlet Witch, and she also really melts bar pretty good. We got caught up over there, but that's fine. More health scale. Hopefully this should push him to the next phase. Yeah. So minute and about 10 seconds for her as well. And let's again use Better Reveal. I thought we might be able to skip him from this one, but the damage was little low. Maybe if CTP of energy would have done it, but that's fine. Now we are into the next phase. So let's save our Scarlet Witch and switch to Namor. There's the circle. Once again Beta Reveal. This is again the reason, as I said, I like potential awakened characters, because they can melt bars in a very quick time, and then you can just switch back to your main damage dealer again. I can use Scarlet Witch over here because I was safe, as well as she has a little bit of heal on her third skill, which Beta Rebel or Namor lacks in case if I have to use them. Now I switched to Namor over here because I was getting caught up, and that phase is actually cancelable, as you can see. All the symbiotes were coming towards me, but they got cancelled when I switched the character. Let's just play safe for this round. Hopefully we'll push him to the next phase. Yeah. Let's try to actually attack him. I'm pretty sure we take damage if we go anywhere close to him during this phase and before Thor uses his tier 3. Yeah. Even the attack third, which you can do it from far away, is not helping us. No proc. And we should be done now. Yeah, done. So hope you liked my video. Thanks for watching, and let me know how did you feel about this.